Three hookups today. Welcome back to the Reason Solutions. My name is Marc Reason. No interview today, just me, solo on the pod. The first hookup, every 5 years, my wife and I go on a big anniversary vacation. So this year, couldn't go, so it would have been our 25th of December. In the meantime, between time, we still need somewhere to go for our 25th. So I need you to help a brother out. So you say, Marc, stop talking about the hookup. We got you. What I need from you, from the chat, for my viewers, I need a restaurant to take my wife to on our 25th anniversary. Not just a regular one, a 5-star restaurant. Like when we go in and she be like, wow, we're gonna dress the nines. Food's got to be banging, but we want all the ambiance with it. So, like I said, tri-state here, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. New York might be tough. We had never dined in New York, Delaware, Baltimore. So again, I need you to drop them in the chat. Help a brother out. Make me look like I know what I'm doing. I'm not a foodie. My wife is a foodie. The food gotta be tough. I can't just have all this ambiance music, singing, and all that extra stuff. But I'm gonna be coming back to y'all, letting y'all know that y'all didn't hook a brother up like I'm ready to hook y'all up. So we got it. We got this site, restaurant, top tier food. I'm not worried about price range. I'm gonna save for it anyway. So drop your recommendations below, tri-state or out of state. Give me everything you got. 25 years now. They're the best table in the room. And let me also know how early I need to reserve. So our anniversary is in December, the end of December. So you got some time. It's currently, when this pod drops, it's gonna be August. All right, now I'm gonna hook you up. The clock is ticking. 92 days until the midterm. Say it again. 92 days until the midterm. I will give you the breakdown of things you need to know these next 92 days. So when you roll into the booth on November 3rd, you'll be ready to go. You'll be confident, informed, ready to vote. So this is my hook up to you. Be prepared to vote November 2026. Now this is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Midterms will be happening all throughout the country, but this information is Philadelphia specific. So first you need to know your polling site. Where am I going? When I wake up and I vote early in the morning when the polls open up, or I'm in line by 8 o'clock. Key election dates. So we know November 3rd is the day you vote. Voter registration deadlines, 15 days before November 3rd. Mail-in ballots request deadline, 7 days before election day. Mail-in ballots must be returned by election day by 8 p.m. And we have satellite places where you can drop them off, or you can take it down to City Hall, put it in the box. So those are the first two things. You need to know the deadlines, making sure you know when you need to vote. Okay, who's on the ballot in Pennsylvania? The governor, U.S. House of Representatives, State Senate, Pennsylvania again still, State House, your local offices. Again, this is Philadelphia. These are the things that's on the ballot. There might be a ballot question on there that we don't know about yet, but we could always check and make sure you check with your local politician's office and they can update you on that. So how do you research candidates? I'm glad you asked that question. Vote.70.org. Vote.70.org is one place you can check. Vote.phila.vote.pa.gov. So you want to check to make sure you know who's on the ballot and you're doing your own research on the candidates. And you also sometimes can get a sample ballot or create a sample ballot when you go on those sites. This is what you need to do right now. As soon as you get this, send it to somebody else that you know that might be shaky on their voting status. Check, make sure you're registered. Vote.pa.gov, especially if you're not a regular voter. Polling locations, vote.phila.gov. And this is what I mean by a regular voter. If you haven't voted since the pandemic, or if you missed a couple of years, if you moved, this is so important, and we run into this a lot. You moved, so you're going to the polling place where you moved to, but you're still registered at the other location because that's what your ID says. Then you're still registered at that location. So get all that taken care of. You don't want to be standing in a long line, getting frustrated, and then leave and not do your civic duty. So make sure you're registered to vote where you live at, especially if you moved. If you voted previously, identification is not a requirement, but I always have mine just in case, but it's not a requirement. It's not a hindrance. It's not a deterrence. If you're a regular voter, you're a first-time voter, you definitely will need some proof of identification or residence. So request your mail-in ballot if you prefer to vote from home. My wife and I vote from home all the time. It's so comfortable and easy. You get it, it's safe. You fill it out, follow all of the directions, put it back in the envelope. This way you get a chance to sit down. You don't have to stand in line. You get a chance to look at all the candidates. You can do your own research at home, and you can go with the ballot questions, and nobody's standing in line waiting. So you feel like sometimes you get in there, there's a lot of people on the ballot. You think you're holding people up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I vote by mail all the time. They send me my ballot. I work the polls. My wife and I are committee people, so we're there from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. But we have work to do while we're there to help support and give people information on what they need to know about the voting process and that day. So again, just a suggestion. So make sure you do your research before you get into the poll, know what you're doing. But if not, there's people like myself and other people there to help you. Not tell you who to vote for, just give you information about the process that day. And the better you're prepared, just like anything, job interviews, the more comfortable you'll be when you're going to vote. You need help? Now, this is for Philadelphia. I'll say this a couple of times. We have a hotline, a Philadelphia hotline for voters day of 215-686-1590. I'll say that again slow. 215-686-1590. You can also go to vote.pa.gov. Day of, contact information in case you have a concern or you didn't listen to this video or you just roll out and like was freewheeling and it's your first time and you went to a place, and even if you go to the wrong polling place, the people at the polling place can look up where you're supposed to vote at. Don't get frustrated. Only frustrating thing is you might be standing in line for a while and then you're at the wrong spot. But even if that happens, just be patient. Make time. Don't run in when you got 5 minutes to catch a bus to go to work. So make time to vote. Either do it before you go to work or after you get off. The polls open 7 in the morning, close at 8. So you have enough time to get everything done. Take your children with you if you had to pick them up from school, because they need to see the process. The more they see the process, you explain to them what you're doing. Then when they get older, they'll be voters, and then have that conversation at home. So again, 215-686-1590, votepa.gov. So that's getting there and not knowing what to do or where to go. So remember, your vote shapes your block, your vote funds your schools, your vote protects your neighborhood. Every election matters, especially the local ones. When you stay home, someone else decides for you. If you don't think it matters, I got that. Get in touch with me. I'll tell you why it matters. Or if you've been looking around in this country and what's going on right now, you'll see that it does matter. Elections have consequences. And your vote is saying something that you're not interested in. My goal through this process since I started doing this podcast is to teach about the importance of doing your civic duty. And you don't win every time. Your candidates will not always win. It's not a sporting event. And you're not going to have the perfect candidate. You're not going on a date. You want to vote people, like I said in my last podcast, that line up to the interests that you believe in. Sometimes your party doesn't even line up to the interests that you believe in, but you're not going to get 100%. Unfortunately, sometimes people get frustrated when they get 20%. But in the reality of how elections work, 20% is better than 0% or negative 20% if you don't vote at all and somebody else is voting the other side against you, whatever your side is. So 92 days, get registered, get informed, get to the polls, and bring somebody with you, bring people with you. So first, I hooked y'all up. First y'all hooked me up. Appreciate y'all. Then I just hooked you up with some voting information. And now the last hookup is August. Countdown to school. Get your scholars ready. And I know you're ready for them to get out of the house, get out of the refrigerator, get off the air conditioning, get off the iPad. You're ready to get them up out of here and send them back to people like me, who I'm a teacher. So parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, guardians, the time to get your scholar ready for school is a minimum of 2 weeks before school starts. Now, summer flies, and then one morning you wake up and the school starts. And then in the next 2 weeks, you're scrambling to try to get school closed. You're trying to buy school supplies. The best time is in August. A lot of communities have back to school, block parties, cookouts, events where you can get some free supplies. Most of the time, school supplies are cheaper right in August, the beginning of August before school starts. And here's the back to school countdown playbook from me, Brother Mark. We just hooking each other up today. I feel so good about it because we're reciprocating good deeds to each other, or for each other, not to each other. Countdown to school, August readiness guideline. Now, I will give you a 2-week countdown. I truly recommend you start before 2 weeks, get your students acclimated. But if you're going to do 2 weeks, this is the reset routine. Begin adjusting your students' sleep time. Now, shift bedtime earlier each night. It's a little bit incrementally each night. Transition feels natural by the first day. So you don't go from them staying up till 11 o'clock to now you got to go to bed at 7 o'clock. It's not going to happen. They go to sleep at 10 o'clock. They go to sleep at 9 o'clock, then 8 o'clock. Gradual release, a little bit at a time. Pull back on that screen time gradually. Replace that time with reading or talking or writing. Sit down with your student and talk about expectations. Review last year's academics. You can go right on the portal, look up what they did last year, talk about improvements or suggestions for next year, or get yourself prepared for when you have back to school night with your scholars teacher to ask questions about, hey, this is where they were at last year. We have a goal at home, and let's work together so all of us can be successful. That's what teachers want to do. They want your children to be successful too. But if you come in with suggestions, that makes our job easier. We don't have to figure it all out by ourselves, because you're your child's first teacher. So again, look at last year's performances. Set clear goals, achievable goals during the course of the year. We're not jumping right out there the 1st of September and thinking, hey, I'm going from here to here in 3 weeks. No, it's a long school year. So set goals, but check the goals, review the goals. Start the conversations about behavior expectations too. So when your scholar walks into the school, that behavior expectations should be standard. This is how you're supposed to be, representing this family and yourself at school. I didn't send those other kids to school. I sent you to school. So I don't want to hear what they were doing. What were you doing? So again, have those conversations early, set the standard and revisit the standard and stay on the standard. Celebrate the successes, have corrective conversations about the times they don't hit it all the way out the park, because we don't hit it all the way out the park every day. So again, have those conversations early though about behavior and expectations. Last year was last year. Last year's teacher was last year's teacher. This year is a new year. They can be a better and a more improved them this year. That's the beauty of school. Every year you come back, you got a chance to grow as teachers, as students, as parents. Okay, so I talked about supplies, and I talked about how they're cheaper and all this, and a lot of people are having, a lot of people do supply community events. So make sure you look around your community, talk to people in your neighborhood, see who's having them, and then share it on this chat too, so I can share with other people that need this information. So hit the stores early before shelves empty out. Start pulling school clothes and checking what still fits. Label everything you send to school with your child. Label it, put their names on it. Old school, I know, but our wonderful stylists tend to lose stuff. So again, label everything. Simple supplies, sharpen pencils, a pencil case, composition book if they have a Chromebook cover, independent reading books, several of them of their choice, markers, headphones. I say 3 water bottles, you only need 1, but I say 3 because they're going to lose at least 1 or 2 of label. Don't send them all in at one time. Label all materials, so. Label all the materials. It's important to have the materials. This is the 2 weeks of preparation. Means your scholar walks in on day 1, ready to learn, confident, focused with supplies. Set the tone before the bell ever rings. So now they're ready. Sleep pattern's good. Making sure they're not eating that summer diet. They're getting ready for school acclimation. Also find out what time they have lunch, because if you find out what time they have lunch before they go to school, they can start eating lunch at that time at home. Yes, it's important. Sometimes, depending on how big the school is, your child may have lunch at 10:30 in the morning. So then they're hungry already up until 3 o'clock. They might have a late lunch. They might have a 1 o'clock lunch. So start shifting the lunchtime for your student in August to get them ready for when they're going to eat at school. 3 hookups done. Hookup 1, I need those restaurants, please. I appreciate that. Just hook me up. 25 years in December. So I need a nice place to take my queen, my bride, my best friend. Hookup number 2 was for me. 92 days to what? Election, November the 3rd. Get registered, research candidates, show up, bring your neighbors. Hookup number 3 for me again. 2 weeks to school. Reset those routines, stock those supplies, set those expectations, send your scholar in ready. I always forget to do this. Another hookup I need from y'all. Hit like, subscribe, and then hit all. So after you hit subscribe, don't just hit subscribe, but hit all so you can get a bell, a notification when I drop new pods. I have several dynamic interviews coming up that you're really going to like, so you need to know the notifications. Outside of that, that's all I have. This is The Reason Solution. Real resources, real community. Like I always say, stay curious, stay engaged, stay in the conversation. Deuces, and thanks for the hookup. Peace.